So that first morning, I was up to bat. We knew it was going to be a short hunt because we had to get the rest of Jason's bull packed out. And we did a short loop and the wind was wrong, so we really didn't dive in too much. And we ended up spotting a really good 6x6.
So we got a bull and some cow spotted. It's so thick over there, they're just kind of weaving in and out the trees. So we're going to try and get eyes on him and see if he's worth making a play on. The wind's not good though.
Big, mature bull, and we really couldn't make a play on him because of where the wind was, and we also had to get Jason's meat packed out, so we elected just to loop around and leave him alone and try and turn him up another night. So that night we had a change in weather. It got real windy, had a rainstorm come in. It was really slow. The elk weren't on their feet at all, and they kind of switched up what they were doing because the wind switched. So Chris knew we had to kind of change their tactics a little bit and dive into some new spots.
There's a fair chance that this evening will be tough once it starts to pour.
Yep.
I mean, it's a good bull anywhere you go, but here with the quality of bulls they have, out. We know there's big bulls here, so Chris said thinks we should hold out, so we're gonna keep hiking and keep glassing, and sooner or later we're gonna make it happen.
So over the next day, we had some great encounters with some younger bulls. Nothing that we wanted to try and put a stalk on.
It's Tuesday. We got 2 days left to hunt, and we're drawing a big goose egg here. Nothing's stalking, which obviously makes it incredibly tough. Kyle's up to bat. Jason already filled his tag. But it's kind of hump day. Or not hump day, but it's the day when the pressure really starts to build because we got 2 days left on. So you have a night like tonight that's slow. That means you go into tomorrow morning with not really a solid game plan. It starts to be a mental battle, so about 45 minutes left to light. We'll see if we can maybe turn something up.
In the back of our heads, we kind of knew this other 6x6 was hanging out in this one area, and we were kind of making a game plan, sitting there talking on the mountain, making a game plan to try and find this bull and get him killed. Chris thought with the wind the way it was, the bulls might be better than this bull, but we wanted to get up to a really big vantage point and see if we could turn up that 6x6. And sure enough, right at last light, this bull came out kind of pushing his cows, and Chris had a really good idea with the wind blowing so hard that that bull was going to stay in that general area. So we made a game plan. We talked it over, kind of strategized, but we made a game plan and see if we could make it happen in the morning.
Came up to this vantage point. We saw 4 or 5 bulls, small bulls over here, and Chris glassed up a pretty good bull. He's got 6 or 7 cows, so we're gonna try and get on him in the morning. We can't get over there in time, so we're gonna make a plan for the morning, and hopefully luck's on our side and we can turn him up in the morning and get a shot. So it's coming down to the wire. Tomorrow's the last day, so hopefully we make it happen.
So that next morning, we hiked up a hill with, the thought in mind that this bull was going to remain right in that bowl because the wind was coming out of the same direction. And he actually beat us up the mountain, so we were kind of chasing him. We could hear him bugling.
Right off the bat, we spotted a small bull. And we looked to our left, and up on this ridge is a group of 7 cows, and they're just working their way over top the ridge. We're hoping that bull's with them. If not, we're going to have a scramble, but we're going to sit tight in class, and hopefully that bull shows up. So they're pretty much within range, so we just got to close a few yards. Good shape.
We had a couple booby traps with some cows to our left and a small 5x5 to our right. And it's just, Chris played the approach perfectly. And we swung wide and then came in around the bull on his backside. and we caught up to him. You could hear him bugling and chuckling and all that, and it just, man, it was so exciting just to get that close and just hear that elk bugle like that. And Chris, I mean, I can't say enough about these guides here because he played that approach absolutely perfectly.
Yeah! Ellie! Yes! Thank you, Lord. Fast. Thank you, man. You crushed him. It's just right in the shoulder. So much emotion, man. Oh, thank you, Lord.
Dude, I didn't even have a chance to hit my cow call. So last night, and you saw these elk over here and kept your eye on them and said, there's a bull, and I came over and it took us like an hour and a half to get a look at them.
Yeah.
And by that time it was too late to make a play, so we let them feed. We went back, got up early as heck this morning, hiked in here in the dark, got up on this ridge and got it set up. I mean,
We were on the ridge with them. That was fun.
dude, that's awesome.
That
I
was
mean, this
exciting.
situation right here is exactly where your death grip just comes into play, where you're able to stay on that bull, and even though he's in the trees, you can just slowly float on that fluid head and stay with him. And he popped out in the open and freaking slammed him.
And he was just bumping his cows around, and you know, Lord willing, he just gave us this little bitty V in between some cedar trees, and you know, he presented the shot opportunity. We made it count. So just all around, just a trip of a lifetime, and just great friends and good people, and you know, I couldn't be happier. We're going home heavy to Missouri.